So we're gonna wait for the people for a little bit here. We should be starting at 4:10, depending on how many people that showed up. I see Freddie here. Freddie, if you can hear me, you can raise your hand. And Olutayo, if you can hear me, you can raise your hand so I know you're here. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing okay. right, I think we're gonna have to kick it off. It seems like only few people are showing up. I don't know why, but we have to kick it off. It's 4:10 now, and I would like to thank you guys for being here. And so, what we're going to do today is that we're gonna do the introduction, like I said in the email that I sent out. We do the introduction. You have to tell us why you're here, what you're doing, what you do for work, and where you're coming from. I know there's not a lot of people now, but we still have to do it. And I'll start with myself. My name is Josiah Mizurike, and I am an expert in the cybersecurity space, focusing on the cryptography. I also have a strong background in engineering. I have a software company, software cybersecurity and secure software development company. I've been in the industry for quite a long time. I should say, if not 3 decades, about 2 decades and change. And my interest in cybersecurity came as I was working in the field, and I'm seeing a lot of issues that are popping up, which some of them are being insured or band-aid are being wrapped over them, and we keep working and so on and so forth. So over time, I developed ways to cater and solve some of those problems. I live in the U.S. I'm originally from Nigeria, but now I've made United States my home, and I would like to let everyone know that the interest I have in this program is motivated me to be able to push the knowledge that I have and transfer it to other people. So, in a nutshell, a lead instructor here at Each One Teach One Tech, which is the nonprofit arm of uh, our ecosystem. We also have Lockdown, which is the software company, and also Cyberlux. So that's me in a nutshell. Then I will pass it on to whoever wants to go next. Can you guys hear me? Or do I have to? Are you guys on mute or something?
Oh yes, we can. I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm really happy to be here. I've been looking for something like this for a while, and I'm glad that someone talked about it in the group that I belong. And I mean, I couldn't overlook it. I am glad that I'm able to make this move. My name is Olutai Abadari. Uh, I'm from Nigeria and I've been living in the United States since 2016. I have a bachelor degree in veterinary medicine, actually a doctor of veterinary surgeon. But moving here, I decided to switch lane. And the first thing I did was to I took a boot camp training in database administration, DBA, which I did for like a year before I transitioned into IT. But my love for uh, security actually made me decided to follow this route. And because of that, in fact, as a matter of fact, I decided to take switch from DBA to IT support. So I'm currently doing IT support because I believe that it's in tandem with a SOC analyst role that I'm pursuing at the moment. So, and that's pretty much it. So I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to have a hands-on experience, be able to relate some of this experience in the real time because I mean, I've been interviewing for a stock role, but I discovered that the issue I've been having is not being able uh, to actually say what is, I mean, to talk as if I'm actually doing it. And the fact that this grant is going to give me the opportunity to, uh, I mean, to do one or two things, and also to it will also help me to be able to talk about it anytime I'm interviewing for a new role. And then, I mean, that's it. And then I hope it's gonna be. I mean, it's definitely gonna worth it. So that's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that great speech there. I don't know who's here. I am still trying to get our CEO to show up. He's caught up in the work. But Freddie, you can go ahead and tell us about yourself, what you say affiliation with us, and etc. And you know, is Freddie there?
Yeah, I'm here. I won't really be able to do too much presenting today. I'm actually in the car, leaving the airport or returning back from the airport. But
Oh,
I'll
okay.
do a little bit of my introduction, I guess you could say. My name's Freddie Durham. I'm 32 years old from Columbia, South Carolina. My introduction to the really started with my own personal strives with hacking for the most part. My introduction was red team stuff, so doing a lot of offensive security, going to try hack me, hack the box, things like that. Initially, I like puzzles, which is what started everything with me. Prior to that, though, I did have a background in coding, building small applications and stuff like that. Started from web applications to actual apps that were on phones, stuff like that. Um, I initially was trying to get into SC Works program, and then that turned into me meeting Josiah. And from there, it's been each one teach one tech ever since. It's a great program to be in. It's a lot of information, but it does give you an opportunity to learn and see what happens when rubber meets the road, and actually work for what you want in this world. It's a great experience and a great opportunity for anybody who's really serious about making their entrance into cybersecurity.
All right, that's awesome. So that's Freddie Dorham. Dorham is enrolled with us for the apprenticeship program, and like he said it's for people who are serious to do it. And then in this case, it was because of the need. I don't know if a lot of you guys are aware. Today is, I mean, the coming week will be from the 13th to the 19th will be National Apprenticeship Week. However, we did a proclamation that allows us to do it from the 4th all the way to the 19th, which means that we have to be promoting what we are doing. So a lot more people like you, a lot. You have an IT background, but you want to cut over to something else, and you notice that it's very difficult to do so, and then you decided to look for something which is not being offered by anyone because cybersecurity is a big business. If someone offers you this, that means they will make money for you from you. So most of the time they want to maybe charge a lot more money, and then a lot of people from underserved communities don't have that kind of money, and therefore they don't get those kind of training. But today, these things are going to change because I decided to be a major role player in this space. Like I've explained earlier on, I came from an engineering, software engineering background. I did computer engineering, and then I've been in the industry for a long time, and I know where the feet hurts. Is the person that wears the shoe knows where the feet hurts. So with that being said, I bootstrapped a software company, and I noticed the need to hire people, and again at the same time to hire people from underserved communities because they have ideas that are not being heard because there's no platform for them. But I do know there's innovation and hardship. So I decided to invest money in making sure that these group of people come on board to play a large role so they can advance and live a better life, have a better life outcome, and at the same time contribute in the emerging tech or the frontier technology like AI, cybersecurity, IoT, and etc. It's pertinent that we all understand the role, what we have to do. Now, this is being recorded, so we got to be on our A games. And the platform we're using is TechSoup. TechSoup is a nonprofit, a global nonprofit organization that helps other nonprofits. So they have something called Tech for Good. So TechSoup originally was like a tech company, but they found a path in nonprofit support using the technology to support nonprofits. So for us, it's the same thing. We came from Lockdown, which is a cybersecurity and secure software engineering company in South Carolina, but we realized what it would take to have the kind of resources that we need to move forward. So we developed this apprenticeship program with the help of the Department of Labor, Education, Training, and Administration. But then we realized that not everyone wants to spend 2 years, 4 months, and etc. to become a registered apprenticeship, and not everyone have the patience. However, there are still some people who have the patience. Those who are leaving school, the idea is to be paid while they're doing the training. But today we came up with the subscription for security team membership, security operations center team membership, because we knew that there's a lot of people with experience in the field, but they don't have hands-on training. So that's what we want to provide to those ones so they can go out there, because we do have recruiters that we work with, and we provide you the support that you need to make that breakthrough. So today, we might not have Freddie demonstrating, but I'll go ahead and address some of the issues majority of you might have. So we're gonna look into the OJT document. I will share my screen, and then we'll look into the OJT document and see how we can use the OJT document. All right. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick here. Just give me a quick second. It will be shared. All right. So I'm gonna share my screen quickly. So I hope you guys have the OJT documents with you, so that way we can all be on the same page. All right. Now, so if you look over here, this is the OJT document. It has this is the whole spreadsheet, but they have the whole workbook here on spreadsheet. It has some little sheets that it has, worksheets. It has worksheets. If you look at the bottom of it, there are like worksheets down there. And I want you guys to go to the one that says SOC team membership. So you go to the one that says SOC team membership. The assumption is that you have the OJT document. Do you have it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's the assumption that you have it. So if you have it, if you look there at the very beginning, you see on column A. If you look at column A, you see some names like ET, E1, T1. That is each one, teach one. That's what it stands for. So the name of the profit organization is what? Each one, teach one, tech. So to identify you, that's what we call username or WhatsApp ID, but they are basically unique identifiers. We use that, we give you that, so when you log into anything, you use that, so that way we know it's you because you have your password that's associated with it, right? Now, moving forward, you see E1, T1, the SM is just membership. Then if you look at that, after the SM, you have the first three letters of the person's first name, and then the first uh, five letters of the person's last name. So that's what tells you who is who. Now, if you look down from on the same column but 10, you start to notice the difference. Each one, teach one, 4 letters of the person's first name and 6 letters of the person's last name, and the order in which they came to the program. So these are for the apprentices, right? The apprentices are taken care of by, they are supposed to be taken care of by the state based on the conditions of the state and their need for workforce. So if you look, there's a bunch of them over there. And now we have you guys coming in. Now you guys are coming, bringing a wealth of experience from the perspective that you guys are in the industry or doing work already in there, doing a lot of stuff. So now you're coming in. So we have about, I think, eight people that came in already just from last night. It's just interesting to notice that how the need is. There's a need for this. Okay. So with that being said, when you look at your JT document, I want you to understand how it's set up. Is done canonically. It's naming convention is done canonically, so we can identify the you guys and then identify the apprenticeship people. But then it's all the same SOC team membership. Everybody belongs to the same mailing group. Okay. So now we're gonna move really fast on this. So the next one will be current apprentices. Okay. These are all current apprentices. What you see here are current apprentices. Those in red are that either they transfer to another program or they quit or something happened. However, we have 600 applicants. 600 applicants. We are very selective who comes to the program. If you're already in the industry, you can come in easily. But if you're not, you got to go through screening process, and then you get. We spend 500 hours on them before we even start teaching them what we're about to teach them now. So this is them. And that being said, we're moving over to WPC INET 1. WPC INET 1 is what work process category. Work process category is a part of the apprenticeship curriculum. Is what we call the competencies that I have to check off for them that they are good at it, they have done it. I figured if I can take some of these things, especially the tools, and expose those who are in the industry to it, it will give them a solid standing to say that they can do this and do that and do whatever. Then, if they continue to learn all these things, they will now be qualified to do level one SOC, which is cybersecurity support tech level one SOC, basically. Then after that, they can, they spend 1 more year, they become analysts, real analysts. They can now advance to level two. So that's what I designed. Now you can say that you work for each one, teach one tech, and they call me and I give reference. That's advantage. And I have over 12,000 followers on LinkedIn. I know a lot of people. I'm a leader in cybersecurity. When you go to my LinkedIn profile, even LinkedIn knows that. So I have 13 patents in cybersecurity that I develop. I have a lot of software that I'll introduce you guys to, and I have a bunch of stuff that you guys benefit from, which makes you bring value to anywhere you go. So now let's look at the tools. We have our network traffic and analysis tools. That's what you see there as NTOP. These are network traffic analysis, like this network traffic analyzer. And then we have, let me see if I can copy it out. Okay, copy that link. Then we have Jira. Instead of using the OTRS ticketing system, we have Jira. And then we have IAM. We haven't finished setting that, but it's in AWS. Still have it, but I don't think the SOC team for the team membership will be in that. Then we have our SIM, the Splunk and Wazoo. That so we in the Splunk and Wazoo, it has a lot of stuff like vulnerability assessment tools. It has virus tunnel. It has Wireshark because it does P capture and all of that for replay and analysis. So moving forward, we also have other tools that you can use. They are online, baseline for analyzing malware like the Cuckoo sandbox.org and a hybrid analysis. And then we have the Checkmass CSSC Canadian edition. But Bob Suit is the one that you guys will get a license for it. I'll give you guys license suit. Okay, I just wanted to do that just to encourage you guys to keep pushing the boundary and moving forward. All right. So the section is starting on the 7th. These you guys are gonna be benefiting from the registered apprenticeship program because someone thought about you guys, and it's not about the money. The money is really nothing based on what you're gonna learn, and etc. So here are more details, but I want you to take a look at some of the apps that we use. Those apps will enable you to send information in a secure manner. All right. So that's that, and we're going over to 24/7 365 SOC. In 25/7 365 SOC, we have a list, and the list we have are all the people that's gonna be working. Okay, so we have 24/7 365. So all these people are gonna be two in each shift. Each shift is gonna be 2 hours. Right now, we have enough number to do 2 hours. So you have 24 hours in a day. 12 people can do 2 hours, right? So you have two people all the time. One, maybe I'll mix it up with one that know more, and the next one follow through, and then you guys go through with the process real quick. Now you see the date on the 7th. Tomorrow, people will start working already. So what we do is, if you are if you are in the list, if you are like if it's a day and you are in the list, then you have to work with the person that you are in the list with. I'm yet to, kind of complete that. Like if you look over here, shift one, shift two, shift three, they're gonna have people name on there. So now, for instance, if today is 7th, right? Today is 7th. Shift one will be considered, but from 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. So you see, as the name appears there, that's how they're gonna work it. Those who are on standby could be the second person to that. But the beauty is, if you work night, you're not gonna work night all the time. It's alternated. It's like first in, last out, or first in. I mean, sorry, first in, last in for the following week, right? Because the shift start from 12 midnight, and between 12 and around 4, that's when all the bad stuff happen all the time. Honestly. So this is how the shift is designed, and there are some supervisors. So I'll alternate the supervisor position. So if you understand and do more, and you are taking to what you are being taught, then I had no choice but to move you to where you can raise tickets, solve more problems, escalate issues to the level 2, like it will come to me and I solve it. Because I have access to the production service based on the service level agreement I have with the companies that have service in here with us. So this is the important part here, the support list document. Support list document is very important, and I will show you guys why. The support list document shows that you can answer questions regarding what you're doing or anything else in cybersecurity in an external environment outside your work, like dealing with a customer and your colleagues. I am going to share my screen to show you here. See, this is me. We are all team members. I didn't have to write an elaborate word and call myself some kind of teacher or whatever. I'm just a team member with you guys. It's just that I have 00 as the, you could say, principal. However, the way it works is when you look at the category that we are looking at is perform analysis, test, organizations, information system. So if somebody asks you a question that is not related to that, you still have to log it. So it's like hustling on Discord. So let me share our Discord first so you guys can get a perspective of what I'm saying. Then I'm gonna stop this real quick and I share Discord with you. All right, I'm gonna share the Discord. So this is the Discord. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see the Discord? Oh, it is dancing. That's why. Okay, let me try something else. Sorry about that. It's dancing. That's not good. Okay, I'll stop it. I didn't even know if you guys could see it. So probably you guys could see it and I couldn't see it or anything like that. Screen one. Can you guys see it? I need to know. How is it? To me, it's not looking good. To you guys, can you guys see it?
No.
Okay, you guys can't see what I'm
No.
sharing. No, not at all. Okay, fine. Let's try something new. Oh, okay, fine. Good, good, good. We're gonna figure out a way to share it with you guys. All right, I have an idea on what to do. All right, all right. I think you guys can see it now. So this is the Discord, right? This is the Discord. So what happens here is people come here and they ask questions. Okay. So when you go to is each one teach one, this is our little community. It's not that big yet. We need to get all our applicants here. So that's what we're working on. It's pretty new actually. So what people do is they come here, they ask questions, and what I charge you guys to do is like when you come into this channel, you have to read what it says here. When you read what it says, then you understand what you're required to do. You must always read and follow instructions. It's very paramount to your success. If you read it, you will see that it says something about when somebody asks you a question, you come there, you take the question link and go back to the support list and paste it there with the time and the date. And then you try to answer those questions. While you're answering those questions, you have to put the work in progress, right? When you answer the question and the person comes and get the answer and they feel like, oh, they're satisfied, or they feel like they're not satisfied, or they feel like they're partially satisfied, or they feel like they are fully satisfied. When you give them above and beyond the information that they needed, you will take the approval level that they gave you and go to the list and put it in the list. Now, I'm going to show you an example to clear out the point I'm making here. For instance, Napoleon, if you look up there, Napoleon asked a question right here where my cursor is. Napoleon asked a question. He said, "What is SOC tip?" And the answer is, it's just a voluntary compliance that organization for service organizations, and it's like access control, change management, system operations, and mitigation risk. These are some of the, it's more like a compliance. Answered the question, I answered it myself. And then he came back. If you look at the next one, it says these are the adjectives for the approval level. I show the adjectives for the approval level, right? Now, when he came back, this is what he said right here: satisfied. He was okay with it. So he just saying, right, so what did I do? I closed the ticket. But I have to show you how I close it. This is not the Jira ticket. This is the external, the Discord ticket. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you how I did it because I'm gonna share. Um, again, I'm gonna share. Yep, I'm gonna share with you again. Not now. We're not sharing that one now. Okay, I'm gonna share this one again. All right, so I'm gonna share it again. We're gonna share the second one, which is this one. So we go back to the support list. When we go back to the support list, you're gonna see what I mean. This support list right here. You see, that's my name, Josiah. The name of the program is here. So just in case if somebody asks you, is this legit? You say, of course it is. This is the support for OJT. This is the information that you can find in Department of Labor all around the US. That information there of us. Then the apprenticeship program is this. After in the second year you become an analyst. This first year you're just a support tech. That's doing support things, but for cybersecurity, be able to know the organization's security posture and be able to fix it, and expect to monitor and detect and respond to those incidents. So our Discord channel is there. The ONET code is the code that's used in the US for a particular occupation. So those things are there. But now, what is interesting is you look down here, you can tell it's me that responded to this ticket. That's my name right there. And does it fall into the category of what we learn? Yes, compliance is part of the work process category. Right there, is in there, and it's a part of the performing analysis, right? And testing organization information system. Compliance is a part of it. So I said yes, and then the start date time, I put that there. But notice that I took the link from that Discord question and I put it here. And then notice that the support link, my response, I took the link and I put it here. Notice that I took the approval link and I also put it here. Then the approval level is satisfactory because he said he's satisfied and the status is what goes. And then I put the end date, the day I close it right here. But the priority for this is low. Why is it low? It has nothing to do with the servers that we monitor. It has nothing to do with anything that's related to SOC environment for the MSSP part of it. So that's why it's low. But usually you have low, medium, high, very high. Sometimes people say very high is critical. That's what you see in the industry. So with that being said, we covered the OJT very well. There's nothing in OJT that we're not aware of. So we're gonna move on to giving you a peek of the service, so you can see the service yourself. And I'm going to share that too. All right. So we are going to share a couple of things basically, so you guys can understand some of the stuff. You see how we're going back and forth on a Zoom or whatever we're using. There's another app. We don't have to go back and forth on that. I will show you guys that real quick. So I'm going to share. Let me see. We're gonna share our sim with you guys, but I'm looking for the sim itself. Okay, two. Okay, not that one. I don't want that one. Okay, this one is what I want. All right, we're gonna share this with you guys. This is Wazoo. This is pretty much a security information event management, right? This is the so-called SIM that you hear. All these servers that you see here are devices, servers in the cloud or anywhere else. These are people we interact with, and these are some of the companies. Even my company is here, to be precise. So when you come into this is Wazoo account has been created for you guys, and there's a password for it. You can either reach out to Freddie, Amaka, you get your password, you get access. The account has been created for you guys, but don't put anything because we're seriously gonna understand that you can't. To whom an opportunity is given or responsibility, to whom power is given, right? Responsibility is also expected of that person. It's required of that person. So that's how it is. when you come to the Wazoo, the first thing you do, you come here, which is pretty much the dashboard or the home landing page for it. The first thing you do is you go to the security events and see what's happening in the security events. Okay, you click on that. Once you click on that, it's gonna open up, right? So you're gonna see something like, oh, it's gonna ask me to log back in. I think it timed out because I haven't been using it. Let's see what happens. So we're gonna spend like a few minutes on this. We're not gonna spend too much minutes on it, okay? So now you're in, right? You guys can see it. So when you log in into the system, it shows up. Shortly you're gonna see it's gonna show up. Okay, this is it, it's up. So by looking at it, this is the dashboard. You can see clearly what's going on the dashboard. The total a lot a lot a lot doesn't mean that is positive. Sometimes it'll be positive. Sometimes there's not a lot, but something happens. False negative. So these are the things that you have to understand, right? So there are 1,720 authentication failures. What does that tell you? People are trying to log into the servers. It's real life. It's not a joke. People are trying to get into the server. So there are 479 authentication success, which are us when we log in. You can check it and see who's logged in. Now, there are five agents, meaning these are the talkative agents. These are the agents that's proactive. They are doing something all the time. So it's there. You see them. Now, to get down to the bottom of the page, you want to take a look at the security alerts down here. For instance, all these security alerts that you see here coming from the SIM server itself. So this one says on unknown problem in the system somewhere. This is rule 12. There are different rules that we implemented. These rules, some of them are probably just informational. Some of them they're very low or informational. But then if something really bad happens, you get the alerts. They're just gonna be color coded as well. Like for instance, credential access letter of movement. This whenever you see something like this, it's always not good. Okay, because anything from level 5 up, it's not really good. So when I click on there right here, I'm gonna scroll down a bit so you can see the whole thing. When I click on there, you look at the table over here, look at the timestamp when this happened. You also have to understand the UTC time and the ETS or what ESD, okay? ESD or ESD. You have to understand the difference. 5 hours the UTC for Eastern Standard Time, and wherever you live, you have to check it. So I recommend that you set your browser the time where you live, so that you know the difference with the Wazoo. The Wazoo is AWS Cloud, so it's gonna be using the time for AWS Cloud. So that way you know when this happens. But if you look at this here, it's saying look at the time, it's 9 o'clock, right? 21 no 21, yeah, it's 9 o'clock, 21:28. So if you take five out of that, what do you get? Around four. So it makes sense. Around four, and that's when this is happening. But guess where this thing is coming from? Did you see it? Did anybody see it? Can anybody see where the attack is coming from? Can you see my screen? I highlighted it. Can you guys see my screen at all? The attack is coming from China. The timestamp
It's coming from
you
China.
have is right there. It says right there. The geolocation is also given to you right there. Longitude and latitude is right there. You can check it. It's coming from. It even has the name Zhejiang. It's coming from Zhejiang. That's where it's coming from. Then the agent IP is what? Is the agent that we put on the server to monitor it. It's our stuff. Now we're yet to see where they're coming from. Okay. So now over here is the source IP. See, that's where they're coming from. Do you get it?
Yeah.
The data source user is Ubuntu. They are using Ubuntu to log in. The coder name SSD are using SSH, which is port what?
22.
23, 20. Yeah, exactly. You got it. So that's what they're doing. Now, if you look down here, the full log says on this date for something o'clock, a value user Ubuntu from this. You can check all this stuff in on Wazoo right here. You can check that IP on Virus Starter to see if it's blacklisted.
Mm.
Everything is already here. You can check all of that here. But what I'm showing you guys is this. If you go to the server that is reporting on, want to check what is going on in this location with that file that says secure. The the agent itself, we already indicated that the agent is the monitoring package that we put on the server. Then the manager name is ETTM02, which is the Wazoo server. Okay, that's where you have your indexer in, and you have your Wazoo server in. You have all of that in there because the way it's designed, you have the central location, the server itself, and then you put agents all over the place, all over the world. Those agents monitor the documents in that and reports. They call back home and report to the indexer. The indexer indexes the information based on specific what we are specifically looking for. If you are doing query monitoring, or if you are doing document monitoring, like you take inventory of the documents and et cetera, those kind of stuff. Now, there's so much information you can get from here, as you can see here. So basically, this attack is password guessing. But then, if you look at the goal, what we call the goal and the scope, to make the report, you have to go to Jira to report of this security event. Okay, you have to report this security event. Security incident is also the same thing as security event. In this case, it's not an incident, it's a suspect. Okay, so we call it security event. So now, what we're gonna do now, this situation, you have to report this, what's happened. You have key information about what's happened, technique and tactics. I like to put the tactics and the description together as the description in Jira, and then the technique I like to include it in the body of that. So with that being said, we're gonna go over to uh, an event or a raised ticket that looks like this one. So let's look for a raised ticket that looks like this one that's been dealt with over here. So I think someone has already created a ticket. So now what we're gonna do is look for view all projects. Okay, this one, this is us. Then look at everything on the queue. So these are everything on the queue, but I don't see what I want. So what I had to do now is to check to see if I can go to your work page. I think I have one that I did myself. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, taking credential access. I think I found. Okay, let's take a look here. This is that I believe I raised this ticket. Correct. So when you're already giving you guys a documentation, response procedure, policies, and the form or format that it should look like. So when I raise tickets, if you look, like I said, the credential access letter movement technique they have is what's supposed to be here. So basically, I was supposed to do it that way. Let's go back again and look at the information and come back and fix it. So if you look here, the tactics, sorry, the tactics and the description is what I like to be up there, right? Okay. Now, the technique, I like to put it in the body of the Jira description of what happened. Like for instance, we should have something like this here, right? Because if you look over here, let me show you. If you look over here, the tactic is this, right? And then the description is this. So you take these two together and make it like a topic, like the description here on. You make it a description here. So when an analyst is looking at it, they see what's going on. Okay, we're not gonna save this. We're not gonna save it. So we leave it the way it is because we need to move fast. We're running out of time here. One more thing I have to show. Now, if you look inside the document here, when I am talking about what I saw, I'm saying that on date, the first 2021 at this time, that this target and this source IP, they had some kind of interaction going on. Okay, I'm saying that this IP is not funny, that is blacklisted, does not show nothing on DNS check. But try not to try to solve the problem when you're raising it, but give hints. You give hints. Okay. Now, with that being said, SOC analyst that's reporting it is me. Then the manager or host name is the SIM that's running the SIM that's running the indexer is ET02, right? So that's the SIM that's running the indexer. Try to have this like this. Check mirror ID because they always have mirror ID for you. You copy it. That's the part of the technique. I like to put the technique inside here. Yeah. So I say event of interest, which is basically security event because it's a suspect. And I say what it is that was being suspected, which you see. So then I indicate the first time stamp, last time stamp, and that's it. Then I support it with some artifacts, which is uh, captured images, screenshots. This, yeah, captured screenshot images of this. I capture that. I don't know what if you guys can see anything there. Then I go and capture anything that can give the analyst insight of what's going on. If you read over there, over here, you see it, right? Capture that like at the very top. I should have something at the very top. That's what I was thinking. I was capturing here. If you look over here, you can see the technique, all that kind of stuff that were captured there. So this is how you raise a ticket. It's very simple. When you raise a ticket, you can assign it to yourself. Like this one is assigned to Talia Hawkins, I believe. They haven't made any response yet. So I'm sure she will make a response to it and she will resolve it. I would also like to show you quickly something about responding to a ticket. If because we already ran out of time, but this is interesting one here. But I will go ahead and show you guys this quick. Okay, so I'll show it to you. All right. Okay, fuse board. I'm trying to find an old ticket view all dashboard that we did in the past. View of project work recent. Okay, let's try queues all open unassigned unassigned issue all open. Let's go to all open. So I have to find something there. So if we get cut off, then that would be it. But here, let's see what we got. Think this one here. Let's check this out. Let's check this one out. See if that one was responded to. Okay, I don't think it was. Let me go back. Uh, it was not responded to. It's actually a new ticket. Uh, I couldn't find one that it was responded to. But we should stop here. And I'd like to thank you guys again for showing up. There's so much stuff that I need to show you guys, but the space is so short. And also, we wanted to thank TechSoup for supporting our effort and giving us this platform. We also thanking the federal government for the opportunity they gave for the National Apprenticeship Week, which we are celebrating, and as a part of the nation that we've met. And I would like to wrap up at this time, and I will encourage you guys to keep coming, and so that we can continue moving forward. But before we go, though, I'd like you to know that this is ongoing. The shift is regular. When it comes to your turn, you do the shift. There's gonna be ticket all the time. At least every week, people will do over 20 tickets. Everything that comes up is gonna be done because we want you to get used to it. That's what it's all about. We really want you to get used to what's going on and understand how it works. Know that everybody in your team is a resource for you, and you want to call them and talk to them. Do all kind of stuff for them so that you can go in the field. There's one thing I just remembered to show you. This website here, we use it to do certain things. This is a Wix website. We secured it. We built the solution that secure the website. You can't do scraping on this website. So we usually use that website to demonstrate that you can do scraping on this, but you can do scraping on other websites. You can take information out of that and etc. And we also use a switchboard. And I really want to show you guys how to use switchboard, assuming that we have time for that. Switchboard is awesome. You want to check. Let's go in it real quick. But switchboard will be used by you guys, but not for the SIST program. It will be used by the apprentice, but I want to show you guys there's a better future. There's something better than Zoom and all of that that you're not aware of. So this is the opportunity here. So on the switchboard, you see how I'm going back and forth sharing screens here. Here, you don't do that. You don't go back and forth scanning screens. Anything you want to share, you share it all at the same time. As you can see, this is the same thing that we were just doing. That's already up here. So I can easily share anything that I want. Like right here, if I share it, you see it. So we are working with this company to help us build everything. Like so that our stuff will be so it's not even funny. That's what you see. You can see it. You can see it. I don't have to go do this, do that. Like it's right in there, and you sharing it with me and stuff like that. So that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of Switchboard. Switchboard does a lot of amazing stuff. Okay, you can see the same thing on Switchboard. So I don't have to do all those things we were doing before. So this is the Switchboard. I recommend it for collaboration when you're working with a team member to be on Switchboard because they can open Wazoo, Ntop, all of that all at the same time. Okay, so let's see if we can open Ntop here. I haven't opened Ntop here before. Okay, so let's go. You do recording as well. See, let's share it. Let me see if we have Ntop here already. Let's see here. Oh, I don't think so. Something there, all that. Mm-mm. I don't think so. But we can get it. I don't think we logged in here with it. NT analyzer. Okay. it gets a little confusing when you have too many stuff. You just gotta know which one you opened, which one didn't open, and all that kind of stuff. So this is the end top. This is our analyzer that we have. Okay, we're going over the hour though. It's not good. Let's see. Hmm. Just give me a second. I think something okay, I just found it. Just so small. All right. So I just found it. So when it locks in, you just gotta be a traffic analyzer. It has this stuff. It does interesting stuff as well. But we haven't logged in to it through the switchboard. And switchboard is a new application. We're working with them to so that it can do all that we wanted to do. We wanted to make sure that we get it in such a way that they can allow us when we log it into their stuff, all our stuff will be on there. So we just have to click to gain access instead of logging into too many things at one time. For some reason, it's not logging in, and I don't know why. Let me try again. So I think it's their issue. So if you notice, it's not moving. So I guess it's their issue. I will take it up to with them to figure it out anyway. So we just stop sharing that one because it didn't work on that one. Stop sharing this one too. So that's just that. Switchboard itself. This is basically a classroom of its own. All stuff on the right side. You can use those. Some files that they put on there. Every now and then, if we do anything related, we can bring you guys in. But for now, is for the apprentices, and you can use this. You can get an account for office hours if you want office hours with me. I can get you in here, no problem at all. I'm gonna create invite you guys in here actually, to be honest, so that way you guys can have office hours with me and other people that we work with. So that's it. I don't know if there's any questions. I think we gone over by at least 8 minutes. I would like to take questions and then we can call it quits. We have a lot to do, and we can obviously can't do it in one night. Does anyone have any kind of question? I really want to answer some questions, please. All right. I take it there's no question. We're gonna wrap it up. Again, thank you guys for showing up, and it was a pleasure having you guys. And we'll be meeting tomorrow, Tuesday, to kick off, and we're gonna learn a lot of stuff. Thank you guys. Enjoy your day.
All right. Good night. Thank you.
Good night.